Hi Gemini, this is going to be your career reading for August 2018. But I also decided to do a separate spread for love and relationships. So with the Gilded Tarot up here, we're going to concentrate solely on career and finances. And using the Rider-Waite down here, we're going to concentrate on love, relationships. So Gemini, at the center of your reading for your career, we do have the Three of Swords. Now, two things for me with the Three of Swords. It can very much be about needing to get to the heart of the matter. So any problems or issues that have been going on in your place of work, through that, we do it with communication. And it may be that that's something that's already taken place. And, you know, it could have been like harsh communication, you know, maybe not so nice communication. Because the Three of Swords, it can overall talk about sadness and heartbreak. You know, maybe you was expecting something from where you work and it hasn't materialized. Maybe, you know, overall, you're just not happy within your place of work. But with the past coming through, we do have the Ace of Cups here. Now, aces are new beginnings, and the Cups deals with our feelings and our emotions. You know, for some of you, I kind of get the feeling that we're either talking about how there's been some sadness or disappointment within your job, whether you haven't had a job or whether you have been working. And with the Ace coming through, we can see that maybe that situation is going to improve in some way. With the Ace of Cups coming through from the past, you know, it deals with new emotions and new feelings. So, you know, maybe you're trying to put this Three of Swords energy behind you. And, you know, maybe you're trying to make the best out of a bad situation. You know, that's something that's come to my mind there. In the present, we do have the Six of Swords, which, you know, it is similar to what I was saying with the Three of Swords, really, in the fact that we've been going through something that's been turbulent at work. You know, the Swords is to do with our thoughts and also communication. Something that we found, you know, there's been either conflict or arguments, harsh communication, something that we have found to be turbulent. And the Six of Swords is saying that we're now moving to calmer waters. Now, whether that's just within our thoughts or whether it's us completely moving on, because in your advice position, you do have the Chariot. And this is the victory card. But to get the victory, to get that Chariot to be moving in the right direction, head and heart have got to be on the same page here. But the Chariot is forward movement. Moving forward, hopefully, to something, a time or a job that's going to be better. Something that's going to bring in this Ace of Cups. Emotional contentment, fulfillment, happiness. In the environment, how others may be viewing you is the Knight of Swords. Now, he's the quickest knight, and this could suggest that you're charging in with communication. Sometimes, you know, whether the communication, other people find this communication to be harsh or not, the Knight of Swords comes in to speak his truth. He's coming in to speak up for himself, to maybe put right some wrongs, you know. But again, this could be, as I said, within your environment at work, how other people are viewing you, as though maybe you are speaking up for yourself. You're not going to put up with this type of energy that you're getting here with the Three of Swords anymore. In your hopes and fears, we have the Emperor. Now, quite often, the Emperor can refer to a boss. So, you know, is there somebody within your workplace, your superior, your manager, the director, that maybe, you know, there's an element of fear attached to them? Are they being very controlling, very domineering, very bossy? Again, is this emperor, you know, your superior, your director, whatever, whom, you know, you're hoping is going to take your side in a particular situation, that's going to have your back? The emperor could also suggest that, you know, this is what you're wanting. You know, are you trying to carve out a business for yourself? Are you taking on or hoping to take on the qualities of the emperor in the sense that you're going to stand up for yourself? The outcome card is good. We've got the world. Now, the world, it talks about a cycle, a chapter of our lives coming to an end. And a whole new cycle starting. The new cycle that could be starting is this Ace of Cups, which, as I said, it talks about, you know, new feelings, new emotions. For some of you, you could literally be moving on from this job. Move into something better, something that's going to bring emotional happiness to you. For others of you, it could be talking about a particular phase within this job whereby maybe there has been some backstabbing, some harsh words said, gossip, any manner of things. It's going to go different ways, Gemini, you know, but with the world being there, a cycle is coming to a close and you've got a whole new chapter opening up, be it within the place where you already are, or be it in the fact that you're moving onwards, upwards to something much better. The card you've got at the bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia, of reminiscing. You know, maybe for some of you, you're looking back at this job when things, you know, were better, when you were happier there. Maybe, you know, this is you leaving your job, but looking back at this job with some fond and happy memories. I'm not reading reversals. Maybe the Six of Cups should be reversed. And, you know, there is this element of bitterness there. Either way, although I feel in terms of your thoughts and in terms of communication that has come through to you, maybe on the harsh or negative side, the overall feeling for me when it comes to your career is leaning more towards the positive. As I said, with that Chariot being there and that World card, you know, I think everything's going to turn out okay. Be it an end of a difficult chapter within your place of work, or as I said, be it the end of a difficult chapter and you moving on to something much better. Because in terms of your emotions and feelings, I feel this is something that you've been trying to... It almost feels to me as though, you know, you've been trying your best to... How can I put it? Trying your best to get that emotional fulfillment out of this. And I think once upon a time, in the job you're doing, it was there. And along the way, it's got lost. And you've tried to get that back. But for some of you, it may mean that you've got to completely move on from this job in order to get that emotional fulfillment back into your life. Now, I'm just going to move these cards up slightly because I want to bring the other card slightly forward because we're going to move on to love and relationships now. So look, the first card we've got is the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands is a card of being on the higher ground here. But it's about maintaining that. The Seven of Wands is feeling challenged and the need to speak up for yourself. Now, are you feeling challenged in some way by your partner? Are other people challenging you in the respect of maybe saying that you shouldn't be with this person? With the past coming through, we do have the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups, yes, it can be a card of celebration. I don't feel that, okay? Again, if I was reading reversals, I kind of feel as though this card should be in the reverse. That there may be people around you who maybe are interfering in your relationship. Maybe your friends, your partner's friends, maybe family. But I feel there's some external interference going on here. But the Three of Cups also can touch on, if we are looking at it in a reverse position, somebody that is out partying too much, somebody that maybe is drinking too much. You know, is that the case? Whereby maybe your partner is out partying with friends or drinking too much. Because in the present, we do have the Ten of Wands. And this is carrying a lot of responsibility here, or feeling extremely weighed down by a burden. You know, are you the one that's carrying all the responsibilities in this relationship? Are you feeling extremely weighed down by issues that maybe your partner is creating here? Because in your advice position, we do have the Devil. Now, this can talk about a toxic type of relationship. It can talk about feeling tied to somebody, feeling as though you're trapped within this relationship and you're wanting to break free. But when we're feeling trapped like that, it's to do with our thoughts. It's not the reality. At any point you can break those ties. But the Devil can also touch on addictions. You know, has somebody got an alcohol or another substance, you know, abuse going on here? In your environment, we have the Queen of Swords. Now, this could either be that you're dealing with another air sign in your environment. So maybe another Gemini or an Aquarius or a Libra. But again, if it's in your environment, it could be how others are viewing you. The Queen of Swords, she doesn't mess about. You know, she uses the sword to cut through to the truth. She uses the sword to speak her truth. She can come across as sometimes being void of feelings and emotions, but that's not the case. It's just that she uses her logic when she's got to make decisions. She is very logical, very analytical. She can, you know, it can be that she comes across in a sarcastic or harsh way with her form of communication. But if we've got you here with this Seven of Wands, and this is you maybe speaking up for yourself, then, you know, maybe this Queen of Swords, as I said, is you speaking up for yourself. Now, in your hopes and fears, we have the Four of Pentacles. And this is holding on. You know, to me, it feels this could go one or two ways. This is you. It could be you, you know, wanting to hold on to this relationship, hoping that maybe the other person is going to change their ways. But is this you fearing that this other person is not gonna allow these ties to be broken? You know, are you wanting to get out of this relationship and you're fearing that this other person is not going to make it easy for you? Moving down to the outcome, we do have the Three of Pentacles. And this is about being on the same page here. You know, making plans together, working as a team, being united together. And I feel almost as though that this is something that maybe this is something you're still holding on to the hope that both of you can get back to working together on this relationship, being united, being on the same page. If that's not the case, then again, I would feel that this should be in the reverse, in the sense that there is a lack of teamwork here. That you're the one carrying all the responsibilities, all the burdens within this relationship. The next card we've got is Judgment. Now, Judgment can be about second chances. Resurrecting something that we thought was dead and gone. I'm not picking that up here though. The Judgment, you know, is an awakening. Where, you know, we wake up and we start to see someone or something differently. The next card you've got is the Three of Swords. Yes, I often say with the Three of Swords, and it's funny because it's a repeating card from your career reading. But I often say with the Three of Swords that, you know, yes, it can be about needing to get to the heart of the matter. And we do that with communication. But it can also touch on sadness and heartbreak. Maybe the Three of Swords is showing up in your career reading. Because if we're going through such sadness and heartbreak in our personal life, then of course that's going to carry through into our career, into our work life as well. It's not always easy to leave such heartbreak or pain at your front door and go to work and put that smile on your face as though everything's okay. The last card you've got is the Lovers. So the Lovers can be a choice, a commitment. It is your card, Gemini, the Lovers. You know, I feel, Gemini, that this is talking about either some of you, you know, dealing with a partner that may have an addiction or feeling trapped and tied within a relationship. Or this is you defending to other people why you're in this relationship, because maybe others feel that this person's no good for you, or in some way this is a toxic connection between you both. There's definitely been some heartbreak and sadness attached here. Yes, the fact that we've got the Three of Cups and the Three of Swords, you could say that has there been a third party situation here? I'm not really feeling that, if I'm being honest, but maybe for a small portion of you. The card you've got at the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. So some of you could be involved with a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. If that's the case, you know, then they've got their emotions very much in balance. You know, the King of Cups, when we're talking about emotions, they're balanced. They're not allowing their emotions to overtake them, okay? But it could be you, Gemini, that you've got your emotions in balance here. And as I said, with that Queen of Swords there, that you are taking the logical approach here. Whichever way we view this, we're talking about a relationship that does have some difficulties here, whether it be through other people interfering or issues between you and your partner. That 10 of Wands there, as I said, you know, you feel completely burdened by something within this relationship. And for some of you, that is going to be that you are carrying all the responsibilities here. Maybe feeling as though your partner is just dumping more and more on you. And the 7 of Wands, defending yourself, speaking up for yourself. It may be that you're going to need to do that with your partner. Okay, Gemini, that does conclude this. Thank you so much. And remember, the sign that gets the most views will receive the bonus reading in September. And this weekend, I will calculate who's going to receive the bonus reading for August. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.